Good afternoon, and welcome to the Midland Storytelling Festival update. My name is Sue Roseberry, and I am the Executive Director for the Midland Storytelling Festival. This year, we're doing something completely new and wonderful. We're going virtual. That's right. It's going to be the first year that we will actually be doing a virtual festival. And that's because of all the things that are going on in our world. And we want to make sure that you stay safe. But can you say where there's a will, there's a way? And thankfully, because of technology, not only are we going to be able to share stories with our community, but because of the big World Wide Web, we'll get to share stories with people all over. If you're joining us today for this live, we'd love it if you would put your comments in the chat as we're going through, and I'll be able to respond to those, and also to let us know where you're looking in on us from so we can communicate with you. The other thing we'd love for you to do is to like and share this live stream with others so that we will be able to grow our audience and let them know about the best thing ever, which is the Midland Storytelling Festival. I have some board members from our festival board organization that are going to join me today to talk about the festival. And so I'm going to be welcoming them to the screen this afternoon. Thank you, Tammy, for tuning in with us, and let us know where you're from. We're so excited that you're here. I'm going to bring to the screen Lois Hillary and also Kathy Anderson and Chea Simpson. All of these ladies serve on our Midland Storytelling Festival board. Ladies, I'm excited about you all being here today. You know what we're learning? This virtual world is stretching all of us, and so we're all learning new things. I want to tell you a little bit about the Storytelling Festival, and then we'll go on to do some other things. Our festival started in 1992 under the umbrella of the Midland Independent School District. It was started as a curriculum enhancement when they wanted to bring something new to the social studies curriculum. And what they found out was that storytelling wasn't just for kids, but it's for everybody. It is the best ever family-oriented entertainment. So it's just right for our community. Now let me ask, Kathy, tell me, what is unique and wonderful about the Storytelling Festival to you?
Goodness, there's so many things. My family has attended it since the very first year. My children have grown up going to it. It is such an entertainment because all the stories are different, and it takes us to a place that's not of our lives. And it entertains in such a soul soothing way. I can't explain it exactly, but it is the most wonderful thing that we attend, and we look forward to it every single year.
Well, you've been out there in the audience when we have been having our storytelling festival, and even before you became a member of the board, you were loving stories and bringing your family. Can you reiterate to everybody that it's not just for children? Now, it is for children, but it's not just for children.
No, it's for everyone. It appeals to everyone. It takes us to the time when you sat around and listened to your parents or your grandparents tell stories about things that have happened, not necessarily fairy tales. There's just stories about life. and
and
they
they
just
just
make me
make me
feel
feel
good.
good.
That's amazing. I love the Storytelling Festival. Now, Lois, you are a board member that's been with us for a little while. What is it that you love most about the Storytelling Festival?
Honestly,
Honestly,
I
I
love
love
picking
picking
the
the
fellows up
fellows up
in
on
the
the
airport.
airport.
That
that
that is
that is
something I
something
look
I look
forward
forward
to
to
because I
because
get
I
to
get to
know
know
them
them
while
while
we're
we're
driving
driving
around
around
together and
together and
all
all
that.
that.
But I
But I
tell you
tell you
what,
what,
when I
when I
retired
retired
12 years
12 years
ago,
ago,
after
after
35
35
years
years
in
in
MISD,
ISD,
I
I
just
just
decided
decided
that
that
I
I
needed
knew
something to do because I was bored and some of the other things that I had been doing had gotten old. And so I just needed something. And Midland Storytelling Festival did it for me. It's
it's
wonderful, wonderful.
Ah, that makes me so excited. And then Lois has been volunteering in every capacity. And as she mentioned, she would actually go and pick up tellers from the airport. That's when we were able to meet in person. But guess what? 2020 came rolling in, and boo, who knew that we would not be able to gather in person? We didn't know that at the outset of the year, but now we do. And now we have to do things in a whole different way. So, what I want you to do is make sure that you are connected with us and can follow and get all of the update information. Janet is saying, is there a link set up for connecting to the Midland Storytelling Festival? And it sure is. If you will follow our Facebook page, then we will make that available to you so you can go to the YouTube channel. And also, I'll put our link out there for the Midland Storytelling Facebook page as well. Can y'all tell I'm learning something about technology?
Yeah,
I'm learning something about technology. You better come on, technology.
it's
it's
good.
good.
Before, I thought a link was just like a hot link. Okay. Well, now Shay is one of our newest board members, and Shay is also employed by the Midland County Public Library. Shay, tell us a little bit about what you do at the great library.
Well,
Well,
I'm
I'm
currently the youth
a youth
services
service
coordinator,
coordinator,
so
so I'm a
implement, plan, and oversee a lot of the youth services programs at the library. I became a board member for the Youth Storytelling Festival. I'm the newest member. I did join earlier on this year, so I was excited to join. It is different. Of course, we're going virtual, but I just thought that storytelling outside of the library, we do story times all the time, but storytelling, it's unique. Um, I think it's the stepping stool to, I mean, for not only kids, but just early language, early literacy development, but anybody can take something from it. And from sharing stories and ideas, I just thought, what better way for me to connect with others and build another sense of community than, to join the Youth Storytelling Festival. I mean, the Storytelling Festival here. So I just think that stories, they're all unique. Like I said, I'm very excited to hear all the stories from the storytellers. I know that myself and my family will all enjoy it and laugh. And it just gives us all something that we could possibly relate to, I think that everybody's going to enjoy it. So that's what I do at the library. I do oversee youth programs, but this is not only for the youth. That's what I'm most excited about, is just hearing stories. I hear stories from people in my family and other people that I may know close to me, but hearing stories from other people and just sharing those ideas and those thoughts and those laughs, cries, all types of emotions that are just kind of built in or kind of experience things that people experience. It's always great to hear. So I'm really excited to be a part of it. I'm really excited to hear from all of the people in the lineup for this year, even from Donald Davis. I've seen and watched some of his storytelling stories, and I've heard so many great things about him, as well as the younger performers this year. So I'm excited to hear everyone's stories.
You brought up a great segue, which is to tell everybody exactly who is going to be coming to the festival. Well, we've got the storyteller, which is Donald Davis from Ocracoke, North Carolina. There will be Charlotte Blake Alston joining us from Lansdowne, Pennsylvania. We'll have Barbara McBride Smith, who is really a Texas resident who has run amok, and she's now living in Jonesboro, Tennessee. We have Antonio Hasha, which comes to us from Brazil by way of Gray, Maine. We have Bill Lepp, who is from West Virginia. Laura Pershing Rayner, who is from Ann Arbor, Michigan. Willie Claflin, who comes to us from San Francisco, California. And then somebody who is very close to our heart, who is really a Permian Basin native, and that is Annalyn Gilbreth. And we claim her as our own. She's just right up the road. If you take 349 going north from Midland, you'll end up in Lubbock, Texas, and she is a homegrown talent. So ladies, now let's talk a little bit about what the virtual festival opens up to us as opposed to gatherings in person. Now we know we're going to miss everybody, all right? We're going to miss getting to see everybody, but let's talk about what we think the festival will open up virtually. Lois, you can start and then we'll keep it rolling.
Families can listen in and listen to great stories. And children, even in MISC schools and some of our magnet schools and some of our charter schools, everybody gets to take a part in it virtually. And guys, it's free of charge. You just everybody can participate. And like Shay said, it is so exciting. You get go through all kinds of emotions. And then it's just good. And I've learned a little bit about technology because we've gone virtual. I had no clue about some things, but I've learned from Sue and just getting on the computer and trying to figure it out for myself. So it's wonderful, just doing something different, add a little flavor to it. All right, it's very exciting.
That's what I love to hear, that it is exciting. And guess what? Even if you are not a technological guru, which I'm looking at full faces right now that certainly are not, you can do this. Look, let me zoom in on this face so I can tell you. If I can do it, anybody can do it. And this is the great part. You can gather around with your family to watch stories this year from the comfort of your own home. You can pull those grandkids in, and believe me, they know more about technology than you do. So you can just have them figure out how to get on the iPad or even your smartphone and be able to watch and listen to the festival. Kathy, what are some things you think are going to be a positive from the festival?
One thing is you can watch it in your pajamas if you want to. Nobody will know. And you can eat popcorn and crunch it as loud as you want to, and nobody will know. You will be there with all of those emotions, and you can cry if you want to, laugh as loud as you want to. You can do whatever you want to do to enjoy the movie, the stories, and nobody will know because you're in the privacy of your own home. It will be the most wonderful experience, and you won't ever want to miss it again.
I love that you can be comfortable. You can pull family close. I have some sweet little grandchildren, and I want to just kind of, if I can imagine sharing stories with them virtually. They may be in their home and they can watch what I'm watching and see what I'm seeing. And then when it's over, we can talk about it and share the wonderful memories about the stories. And that's what we'll have to do because we're in this virtual world for the moment. but there are still good things happening. Shay, what do you think is going to be a positive for you and Zachary to take away from the festival this year?
I definitely just think, like Kathy was saying, you're just going to be in the comfort of your own home. There's no judgment zone. You can enjoy all the stories, cry. You can kind of feel like, put yourself in your own little audience as if you're kind of sitting in front of that storyteller and laugh and kind of think of different ideas or things what might happen next and discuss those with family members in the story. So it's really exciting. You can have your own nice meal. Like I said, just relax and just enjoy the stories. But it's just really exciting. I think everybody's going to take something from it. You can call on your friend, let them know it's on. That's so everybody can watch it at the same time and you can talk about it afterwards, on TV. Hopefully everybody has access and YouTube. So this is just the start of it. I know everything is virtual this year, but we don't know if virtual is here to stay or if it's just going to be something added into the near future of how we kind of engage into different types of events and entertainment. So I'm excited for the Midland Storytelling Festival and the virtual aspect of it all. I'm excited about too. I can walk straight out of my room if I like to and don't even have to run a comb through my hair. Just want to listen to some nice stories in my nice blanket, invite whoever will, of course, through COVID safety guidelines, have some of your close family members with you and just enjoy the stories.
That's going to be wonderful. And let me tell you, since Shay mentioned that, that's a wonderful segue for me to be able to tell you that we have some wonderful sponsors who have made our storytelling event possible. Now, there are other storytelling festivals throughout the country, and some of them have taken on the challenge to go virtual, but they have also had to incorporate a ticket or a virtual ticket price into their festival. But because of our wonderful, wonderful sponsors, we have been able to bring the festival to you free of charge. That means everybody all over can tune in via our YouTube channel and Basin PBS here in Midland and be able to see the Storytelling Festival. Now, I know for a lot of our citizens, fooling with the computer is not your thing. But if you live within the viewing area of Basin PBS in Midland, you will be able to just turn on your television and you can get all of the content. We'll be on Basin PBS on Friday morning from 10 to 11 a.m. And then again that same evening, December 4th, from 4 to 5 p.m. And then on Saturday evening, there will be a finale like you would not believe. It's a 2-hour special event that will feature every teller in our lineup, and that will be going on Basin PBS from 7 until 9 o'clock p.m. prime time. So that's another feature and facet that I want you to make sure that you put on your calendar and are able to join us for. Now, Lois, I'm going back to you because you have been with us for such a long time, and I want you to tell us which storyteller, now I'm getting into it, which storyteller is your favorite one?
Feel real free to tell you, Barbara McBride Smith. I love hearing Barbara tell stories. And I just wanted to add also that the camaraderie that we built with the storytellers, they've been here often enough now. They're like family. I love them all, but Barbara is just really, really wonderful. Just really wonderful. Okay?
I'm sure when she watches this in replay that she will be saying, well, now Lois is my favorite board member because She have picked me as her favorite teller. When she talks, I just love. Now, I don't think I have a drawl. Y'all can tell me in the chat, those of you that are tuned in, do I have a drawl? I don't think I do. But anyway, Barbara has a southern drawl that has not left her, even though she moved to Oklahoma, which is not really southern. That's kind of mid. No, that's not really southern, but she still has a southern drawl, and it's so sweet and it's so unassuming, and she just brings you right on in with her stories. Okay, Kathy, I'm moving to you. Tell us who you pick as your family's favorite teller.
That is a really, really difficult question because each one of them tells such different stories and they all seem to draw you in and you become part of their family. But I think Laura Pershing Rayner is one of my favorites because the stories she tells about growing up and even young adulthood, the stories that have gone on about her dad, the plumber, it's made me feel like she's my sister almost. So she's wonderful, and she is such an she tells such entertaining stories that you do feel like she's become a part of your family and that you are a part of her family. So I think Laura Pershing Rayner is probably one of my favorites. All of them I love, but she's endeared herself to me.
Well, Shay, you're going to have to catch up and you'll be able to figure out this year after you listen to everybody and figure out who your favorite is. Now, let me tell you who my favorite is. My favorite storyteller of the ones who come. All of them. I can't even pick one. I can't be put on the hot seat to pick one. I have to cut off my head and let it roll down the street like a tumbleweed if I would even try to fix my mouth to say which one is the favorite. All of them are my favorite. And they come every year. But this year, we're introducing somebody to our lineup that has not been with us before, except one time. And his name is Bill Lepp. And I want y'all to remember that he is an extraordinary teller. You are going to laugh. You're going to really split your sides laughing and trying to figure out what is Bill talking about, because he tells some tales. Well, let's put it like this. He has won the liars contest from his area many times. So I don't want to say he's a big old liar, but he's an award-winning liar. He is an award-winning liar, and I think you're going to enjoy him especially. So I want to invite you all to come. Well, it's just about our time up for today. I want to thank Janet and Tammy and Letha and Vicky and Lori and everybody that's joined on. I'm just scrolling through and seeing a few names. We want to thank you for joining us today. We're going to be having some other updates coming where you will actually get to meet some of our tellers. We're going to schedule a time just to talk with them so you can get to meet them personally. So I'm getting ready to sign off, but before we go, I want to give each of our board members a shout out and let them tell you one more time their best pitch for why you should come to this year's Midland Storytelling Festival, December the 3rd through the 5th. And we'll go the inverted order. Let's start with Shay this time. We'll let you go first and give them your pitch and work it around. Here we go.
Ages, it's completely free. Tune in on December 3rd through the 5th for the Midland Storytelling Festival. You will not regret it. You would not want to miss this. We weren't able to share too many stories being locked in the house, so let's hear stories from everyone else. And I hope you guys tune in and enjoy it. So definitely stay tuned for more details. Facebook, YouTube. Make sure that you're marking down your calendars.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Something's happened. Okay, Kathy, how about you?
It is addictive. It is one of those things that you will want to put on your calendar for the next year as soon as you find out what the date is. Once you have been there, you do not want to miss it. And since you're going to get to see it virtually this time and see it in a different way, you will want to experience it in person the next time we're able to have it. But I guarantee you, once you have listened to all of these storytellers tell their stories, you will be wanting to hear more and more and more and more. And remember, you get to watch it in the place you want to watch it, at home or wherever, and it's free, like Shay said. Please join us.
That was a great pitch. If I was sitting at home listening to these ladies telling me about coming to the festival, I'd be already trying to get myself together and make sure I can be there. Okay, Lois, your pitch for coming to the festival.
Start by saying, come one, come all. I know that's cliche, but yes, come on and enjoy yourselves. And one thing we haven't mentioned today is youth, are the youth storytellers that we have from our local schools here in Midland. So not only are you going to hear adults telling stories, the youth are doing that too. I think we have like 11. And oh my goodness, they are wonderful. They make you laugh and you might shed a tear. And it's just a great way to spend time listening to people tell stories. And you may learn maybe there's some way you can learn how to tell stories and enjoy it. And we can listen to yours. Come one, come on.
Lois, so that was a great segue. And see, you need friends. You need other people around you helping you to remember stuff because this old mind of mine will forget a few things. What she alluded to was that you can learn how to preserve your own family stories. We're going to have a live interactive webinar with Donald Davis, Barbara McBride Smith, who is Lois's favorite, and Laura Pershing Rayner, who is Kathy's favorite. And they are going to tell you some tips about preserving your own family stories. It has never been more critical and more vital for us to be able to share stories with one another than now. And so that is going to be at 4:30 p.m. Central Standard Time on December the 4th. You can go to the Midland Storytelling Festival page, click on the flyer with notice about the webinar, and fill out the registration. It's free. But we only have a limited number of participants, so you don't want to be left out. So go there now. Fill out that jot form, just giving us your contact information so we can let you know all the information about the webinar. And then you'll get an opportunity to hear from these nationally acclaimed tellers and figure out how to tell your own wonderful family stories, because I guarantee you got one. After going through 2020, we all got stories, and learning how to tell them and share them with everybody is going to be a wonderful thing. Lois mentioned our youth tellers. There was a storytelling workshop. There were workshops and a contest. And so you're going to get to hear from those young people throughout our festival weekend as well, both on Basin PBS and on our YouTube channel. Finally, I want to conclude by saying that on our Education Connection Day, not only do we have content for K through 3 on Basin PBS, but there will be content by our other wonderful tellers for grades 4 through 6, which is middle school, and then even for secondary level. That's what I'm excited about, having as a new facet of this virtual telling. We've only been able to target a specific grade level in the past, but now Midland Independent School District, all of our satellite schools, and all of you on the World Wide Web can tune in and see content for your students on the internet via our YouTube channel. We want you to stay tuned. We want you to stay up to date and know what's going on with us. Content will be available and it's going to be wonderful. So please, ma'am, please, sir, join us for the Storytelling Festival and we'll look forward to seeing you then. And so now, ladies, let's wave goodbye. Thank you for joining us. Bye-bye.